Hi there. This is Dr. Robin L. Murray, and I'm just here to introduce you to Film 2759G. Our course will provide a broad and sometimes deep overview of the history of film, beginning with the silent era and then continuing into contemporary films where you will have lots of choices of films to watch. I have on the home page information about the films, the information about the class, information about me, etc. So on the first page for our first week of classes, I do have a link to a PowerPoint that gives an overview of chapter 1 plus some other information to get you started on your work. The first chapter talks about precursors to what we think of as film and then where things went from there. So I have a little bit of information and links to websites and videos that will tell you more. Some of the things that you might want to make sure you take a look at are, if you're interested, videos like Laughing Gas from Edison and Edwin S. Porter, which is really interesting because it has a narrative and it's very funny with a very good actor. There's a little bit more information about Porter and his innovations in editing in here. And then there's also some links to some work by women directors in the silent era, including Alice Guy Blaché and Lois Weber, and a little bit more information about the African American experience in the early cinema. And there's a frame by frame video that's very interesting and helpful here that might be uh, helpful for you to learn more from. And I also do include the quiz questions there so you can get a feel for how the class will go. Now, the class includes work for the week, which is not due until the Sunday of that week. So I'll post everything a week before. And then if you get everything done by Sunday by midnight, you are just doing great. So the first thing is you want to take a look at is the syllabus, which I have a link to here. And I will also post an overview of the syllabus information for the week on the home page and in your content area. So for this week, this first week, there's a short introduction survey which I will share with you in composite. It'll be anonymous. Just talks about favorite movies, things you're watching at home, the oldest movie you saw, and then just one unique element about yourself that might be helpful for folks to know, because there's always a lot of variety in the class. Then make sure you read that syllabus, and then look over the slideshow about the film history beginnings. And there's also a video crash course on film origins that's really, really useful. I would definitely recommend watching that. And chapter 1, make sure you read that, but also look at short selections from chapter 2, which is focused in on the international expansion, because you have a quiz question that looks at one of these areas. They're just 2 pages each, so it's nothing big. And then there's a quiz before you look at a short film and fill out a film log, which I'll talk more about in another video. I have short film selections on D2L here, a couple of animated ones, a Western, a science fiction film. But you can also talk about one of the films that is linked in the PowerPoint. It's up to you. And this first film log will be a diagnostic film log. You'll all get full credit for it, and I'll give you comments so you kind of know if you're on the right track. So that's kind of how the week will go. You have work that you're doing each week, just a short reading because the chapters aren't long, and then watching a movie and talking about it in your film log. It should be fun, I hope, and I'm so glad you joined the class, and welcome.